You know, it's a quote that says, praise in public and criticize in private. And the reason why that is because when you criticize in public, you give other people the right and the power to criticize the people or the person that you're criticizing. So that's why you're never supposed to argue with your husband or your wife in front of other people, because then you expose holes that other people can exploit. So the problem with these podcasts and these YouTube channels and these TV shows and across the board, and a lot of times people think I'm talking to one or two people, but this happens on all levels. When I'm addressing something, I'm never addressing one person, because I ain't got time for that, because I'll be doing 1,000 videos. But the problem is with what we doing right now, when you degrading and you berating black women who have always in the history of America been on the bottom of the totem pole. When you look at the races, it always was the man, then the woman of that race that was seen as superior, and then the man and the woman of the next race, the man, the woman of the next race. So when you get to the race that was slaves, the black woman was put at the bottom. So when we create outlets and we create whole movements to check and to berate and to grade and to degrade and to demean and to disrespect the black woman, what we do is we put a battery in the back of everybody who looks different than her, who is naturally intimidated by her strength. So now we got people who look different than her, judging her and putting her in a box and saying, when she walk into corporate America, when she go into the job, she's ugly, she's loud, she's fat, she's no good. Her own men say it. Her own men are getting millions of views. And really, we really have to listen to this, because she does not deserve a promotion. She doesn't deserve equal pay, because we have to be honest. Her own men don't like her. You see what I mean? You give other people the ammunition. That's why with us even calling people the N-word all throughout all music, we giving a license for other people to call us that. So when I go out to an event, I'm at a boxing match with my son. The event is half white, half black. And the music that's being played got the N-word in it all throughout it. Now I got to watch all of these teenage white kids try not to say the N-word. And everybody ain't going to do it. So I'm sitting at a game and I hear somebody talking about one of the NBA players. They say, man, that N soft. I look over, it's an Asian guy. It is an Asian guy. And I was like, what in the world? I'm in my suite, he in his suite. I say, this man using the N-word like he was out there in the field with us. I say, but see, that right there is the license that we give. That's the license that we give. When we take and you invite people in your bedroom, you invite people in your living room, and you expose all your issues, all your thoughts and feelings about your own to the whole entire world. And one thing, it's one thing if you a man and you want to do that man to man, but as a man, if you really think you the head, if you really think you the leader, if you really think you supposed to stand in front of a woman, if you really believe that, then why would you degrade and demean a black woman on a public scale to the whole world, to the whole rest of the world? She need to be protected, and she need to be protected behind closed doors too. Don't get my words twisted and think that I'm saying, oh, beat her down in the house, but then promote her and praise her in public. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying change the way you see her. Change the way you view her and protect her. And this is the other thing that I realize about self-hate. When you hate yourself, when we have been made to hate ourselves, we can't even believe that a black man genuinely cares about the health and well-being of a black woman. That if a black man speak up about the health and the mental well-being of a black woman, then he gotta be jealous of the other men. And he gotta want clout, and he gotta want money. That's what self-hate looks like. That you can't even believe that your brother genuinely cares about your well-being. That was the goal of slavery. That's the goal. And so, listen, at some point, the healing has to begin. You got to look yourself in the mirror and you got to admit to yourself that you have been traumatized, that you have been broken, that you have been made to hate yourself, and you got to start doing the work. And doing the work does not mean attacking your own. It does not mean you got to verbally kill or slay your own in order for you to succeed. It don't mean you got to be a crab in the bucket and pulling others down that look just like you, and that you can find a way to hold one another accountable without directly degrading each other. So you don't have to. A young lady came to me and she said she was listening to a podcast of a guy, and it was talking about black women, and they was talking to black women who look like her, and that it was saying to the black women who look like her, you ugly, you think too high of yourself, you need to think less of yourself, and essentially, in the end word was, you're gonna die alone. And she said she felt like killing herself. And at that point right there, I said, you know what? I don't even get into stuff like this. I mind my business, but this is my business. Martin Luther King got a quote about the silence of your friends, and that at the end, it's going to be about the silence of the people that was right next to you that didn't say nothing. And so I realized that I got to answer to God. And so I'm putting fair warning out here to you that if you male or female, because both sides doing it out of self-hate, but if you are intentionally disrespecting, degrading, and demeaning other people, and not just, it ain't just people in general, but it's even worse when you destroying people who look just like you. But if you intentionally demeaning and degrading, you working for evil forces. And if you are partaking in it and you watching and you listening to it, then you are working for evil forces. And it's going to be a price to pay. It's going to be an answer that got to be gave. So listen, got to do better. Got to start the healing. Got to pivot. Got to shift. Got to find another way to uplift and encourage without berating and degrading. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you.